over the weekend, and over the weekend, and a week, and them come bottle on TGMA. Now I thought there could be a time yakasang, but we didn't get the time, and Chemo was also not available. But yeah, time meeting, I would want to take Chemo's opinion on Yakodan Guinea's Ghana. What's it? What they and a huge sum of amount that is 100,000 Ghana cedis at all. 2026 TGMA, the album, Obi win the album of the year category, no. The Guinea's Ghana, Bama one, 100,000 Ghana cedis. Chemo, with what Guinea's Ghana, I think I did a talk with Sammy Flex Speaks, and I asked him a question where the people don't show much interest in TGMA because with the plaque now, there's no money, there's nothing. That is why people are not showing much interest. I think 2 days or 3 days after the discussion, Minister Miflex Guinness Ghana record is putting an amount on that category alone. There's a man I work with Guinness record. I'm step on my taking.
Oh, for me, I think it's not a bad thing, but I think there's a perception that you all have to clear. Winning an award or in an award event, say, winning award Nayama Oscar, hardly do we see something like that. And you know, it is not in a normal way. Say, oh yeah, organize the award now in say Oscar. I think we should clear that in mind. And even Grammys, for instance, they don't do something like that. And you know, identity now. I say Ghana Music Awards the Mesca. I mean, generally or normally, there's nothing like that. But I like the effort Guinness Ghana and Charterhouse in this case they are trying to do. One thing is clear. Even though other award schemes, you know, you're Mexica for winning an award. But yes, you can get category, you can get some form of a year demand kofubi sponsorship or whatever based on special a year or more creative for that thing. You can win a sponsorship to embark on a project. You can do that thing is there, and I am tempted to believe say it is in the same direction or the same vein and Guinness Ghana Limited, BBC. And you know, if Guinness Ghana Limited as huge as 100,000 Ghana cedis, some people will not see it as huge money, but I think it's huge, or I think it's a good money to earn winning an award. So for me, kudos to them. I think they have done well, and I support it for coming up that way just to support the whole program. And I think it will also give some form of encouragement to artists. You know, say, hey, if you I work hard enough, if I promote my work enough, I may win that money and it will not be a good money. So it will not be a bad money to get. So for me, I think this is a good initiative, and kudos to Charterhouse and Guinness Ghana for this one.
But to me, I feel like Enka ultimate prize, the artist of the year, because artist of the year, say, year under review, no, or no, what boy juma, why nyama, what boy shows, what boy program, why like nyama baby, Enka onona o deserve that, although yes can say bia, but yeah the supporting just to encourage more artists to work hard year under review, no. You're sure, okay, yes, what boy you must we deserve it. But album of the year day. I think as a Nipana no person artisan no person now anything what compile in June or the album of the year. We're putting much investment.
I don't get it. I say, oh yeah, production I had the chawana. Oh yeah, album production I had the chow.
Yeah, fine chow. But let's the ultimate winner, because under TGMA no. Obiaka say the ultimate and the Obiashe name, it is artist of the year. People will be there just to see, okay, artist of the year, and that will be the talk match on shows.
Desert, I think you have to get this straight. I mean, some time ago na enye artist of the year na na ultimate and I said na enye eno na amount for looking out for.
Okay.
They were looking out for different thing altogether. In fact, some time ago now the most popular song of the year is what everybody was looking out for.
Okay.
One and then hiti, one year born in pa. I don't know amount for looking out for. Yes, artist of the year at this time is the ultimate. There's what you have to do to get to that point. I think it's not a bad thing. But you see, bringing out an album that people will love, that people will appreciate your good works in terms of that, I think it is not a bad idea for anybody to sponsor. And again, based on the sponsors, they are saying that they are going to use that money to push the artists to do more videos, other stuff that the person will do for producing that album. So for me, I don't think it should go to the ultimate. And the choice that they have made, for me, is okay. It's okay. But if some people think that it should go to the artist of the year, why not? I mean, we all have our opinion. But I don't disagree with the sponsors and Charterhouse for giving it to the album of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the best to any of the artists in that category. That is Black Sherif, Stoneboy, Jackie, Medical, Wendy Shea, and Kweku Smoke. Wow, baby, Nibia. Yes, yeah, the review. Munya Obia album, but to me, as usual, Medical. I mean, Pieball said Medical will take album of the
year with
and
Distribution.
Yes, and artist of the year, Medical. When the Metro Mr. I'm a Medical, but still on TGMA. As we talk now, Chemo, you know, say TGMA, omunya venue. In as much as omudi okusham of flyers and so venue, the venue at all, but it is not confirmed. Say a whole and a program and an event, you know.
Yeah.
So the PRO for Charterhouse, that is Robert Clark, Akasa or Showbiz A to Z on Kwame Dazi, and again on United Showbiz so or the Komobi Atuja concerning the venue this year. Yebeye TGMA no. Director, let's start with Showbiz on Kwame Dazi. Then we'll move to UTV. Then we'll come back to the studio and we'll hear what Chemo have to say.
Do you have any update as whether we're going to do the event at the Grand Arena, or you still don't have access to the place?
So first of all, we don't have access to the place, and what have we set in place right now from the perspective of events? We have the Plan B that has been activated. Our Plan B has been the Palms Convention Center, and people would realize that on some of the billboards out there, you would clearly see that it's written there. But then again, people are wondering, if you have this written on the billboard, why are you still saying you don't have the venue? Yes, the focus is that we don't have the befitting venue we are looking for. And when you go to the Palms, it comes with issues around scope. There are certain limitations that you would have, and having operated at the conference center for over 2 decades, and then specifically at the Grand Arena since 2019, you would clearly know that moving from the conference center itself to the Grand Arena, we were able to elevate the game in terms of setup, expression of logistics and how production is done, the number of people who are able to participate in the program, the kind of experience. Even last year, the fact that we're able to use the foyer of the conference center itself to augment the experience when it comes to red carpets, the entire experience within the space in itself, you'd realize that yes, there's a particular level that we've operated at, and for anybody who is into events, you'd always want to beat yourself. Like, you want to keep raising the standard high, you want to be able to do more, maintaining a particular standard. So now that we don't have that, what it simply means is that we'll have to make do with another venue, and the venue that we have would affect or impact scope, and at least at 3 levels. We have the first one being the number of people who are able to attend the event, and so you would have a direct impact on media accreditation, so that's going to drop. In the first place, this year we've had over 100 plus media accreditation on the previous numbers that we have. So last year, for example, we had to cut off over 100. and now we have in excess of that. So it's like over 200 backlog, which we will not be able to contain. And now we are supposed to cut down by virtue of the fact that this is where we are going to. Then you talk about the number of guests who are coming to the place. That is also going to be impacted. And then you are talking about tickets in terms of the general public who buy tickets to come to the events. That number. So if we are doing 200, now we are going to be doing about 50. So they are about. So that is the kind of impact we are talking about. There would be new rules with respect to even parking and shuttling, because initially you would park at the Parliament House,
the forecourts of the State House. Yeah.
Yes, and then that allows you to be able to have the registration and everything. Then you reduce the pressure in terms of attendance coming into the space, and then you move from there, or you be shuttled to the main event grounds. All of that experience is going to change, because obviously we are a new venue and all of that. So these are things that we've taken into consideration. We are looking at, we are worried about it, and we are working around it. Obviously, from event organizers' point of view, we'll still work around it in such a way that we are able to provide the best solution possible, working with the best brains that we can find within our space. But if you ask me if this is the venue I'm looking for, no, it's not the venue I'm looking for. And I'm interested in the venue that will be able to help us deliver that one-time event that is able to delight all stakeholders across the country and be able to project the culture of Ghana internationally to the best of our ability. And that's what we are looking at.
Do you have any?
That was Robert Clark, the PRO for Charterhouse, and a big shout out to Kwame Dazi and Joy Prime or Joy FM. Chemo,
Yeah.
TGMA, as of now, they don't have a befitting venue for this year's TGMA.
Yeah.
I think time to cry a yabbing.
Yeah, for sure. And me, I like the way that they are being transparent. They are talking about it in a way that say they are facing an issue and they are doing their best to, come out with something that they feel that, well, even if they are not giving them maximum that they wish they can give, they will still give something that we will all appreciate it. And for me, I think that's the most important thing at this point.
Okay.
Because venue now, please, I don't think that event organizers all over the world should that could see venue said the bear omo event the record. No. And also so mostly other people, either private investors or the government, will put up something that they can use. Call US for instance, even the big companies now, yes, so your Microsoft, your Coca-Cola, Arena or big companies will put up a huge event center or what some people call convention centers, and then they will let people use that place. They will manage it and in that order. So this is telling us that we need private intervention or government intervention. I see it me see a big place event or and if the private people are not seeing the profitability of such ventures, then the government has no option than to do it. For the government, it's for the people. And say ye now be or no babaye adiajiska atinika. Na say government in bit me, I say government in a boane. TGMA, I think so far so good. In terms of organizing the show, or my year for over 2 decades. Like he said, over 20 years, and they have experience. They know what they are doing. And or man ni can say now later issues will not look good for them. Yes, so for them to come out early enough, I think it's okay. And you can't blame them for not getting the space, because like I said, and there are more responsibilities. Chinchana or munkusi huge space be I
wanted to ask you that question.
Yeah. And this is what it is. It is not their fault in that sense. They just have to do with whatever that they get. Yeah.
Okay, but still, I would ask you that question.
Okay.
But still, what's that one person can say? On my this award scheme for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And you did mention of obviously like all the outside here, in fact, Coca-Cola and Microsoft.
Yeah.
They as private investors building venues and stuff.
Yeah.
Charterhouse is a private
company
and institution on its own.
Yeah.
And can almost to me see a venue for themselves and now okay, on basic venue. If Charterhouse is having a program, okay, we can use our venue. If someone out of Charterhouse wants to do a venue there, and can rent,
yeah, they can do that. But you see, like I said, a business decision. They may not see the need to do that.
Okay.
Reason being that say almost see adenisi ogboyiwe the car na obia ma rent for event na omo yende.
Obi ma rent say enye one day na ombeti omoka.
Obi ba what is the guarantee? So it's a business decision here. That's why I'm saying say okay, say omusia by all means obi ba rent here. Other investors, businessmen are omo kruma. Omo who say this is an opportunity into omo su be si na man for rent.
Okay.
Say businessmen wo kromo as sit down kese ma obi okromo si wi omu sentimi busi ni foforo nyina ya ti bi okromo a.
Yeah.
Adentina omo nji see event centers na omo faniska.
Okay.
There is something wrong. Either people are not giving them the reasons to do that. Or they think that the money in there is not enough for them. Even after telling them that there's money here, you can still have it. That's what it is. And you know, at this point in there, what I was saying is that government should intervene, or at least there should be private-public partnership.
Okay.
There should be that PPP, another public-private partnership. That's what will help us.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, other countries are more big. Ebianca Guinness Ghana Limited can do that. Build a huge auditorium, call it Guinness Ghana Arena or something like that. Big company, baby, me oh Kruma, I bet me I mention. Omunya bet me I be. I think we even have Coca-Cola too here, and other government institutions are more big. It's a Ghana Breweries Limited. They or Accra Breweries Limited. They can do that here in Accra. Kumasi can also do their own there. There's money in there because for us looking from afar, we think that people need event centers to do it. But since private investors and our private companies any interested at the moment, government should take it as a responsibility to help the entertainment industry. Me, I've said it before. I don't really like government providing services in the form that private individuals can do and make money out of it. Because I buy baby a car, and this time I'm saying it because we are not getting private individuals to do it, and for that matter, a bank can take that challenge or help the industry in that sense. Okay. So, man, find politics there. Like they say, amphitheaters in all the regions. Yeah, who do you see?
Revive it theater.
Yeah, so we do baby. Who they call. Yeah, government places be a wire basa with the and even we heard about Ghana National Theatre or Montoso space some renovation and also close. The bottom line is that you don't have enough event centers here, and the only solution is encourage private individuals to build one, or the government should do the entertainment space a favor and then do it for us.
Okay. Don't you think the sports stadium, that's Accra Sports Stadium, can befit the event?
Yeah, for sure, but the organizers will decide whether it is good for that or not. I mean, for us, we can suggest, but based on how they want to project what they are trying to do, would that fit, or what would they need to make it happen at that place? That one is solely on them. We can't say much. But yes, we can suggest that can they use Accra Sports Stadium to do that? Is a question that we can ask about. Telling them that they should go and use Accra Sports Stadium is a different thing altogether.
Accra Sports, even not Accra Sports, or Independence Square.
Yeah.
We had Richard Niamakwe, the program where they almost build a whole event place.
Yeah.
I think they can also do the same thing.
It's kasam and you know what do I know can simple almost ka and do you are one bit as I can.
Some at least they have sponsorship.
Almost
Some more sponsorship.
But
as now, so Munya venue.
And the sponsorship money, do you think it's enough for them to do that?
Okay, as now Munya venue, what other options do you have?
They have options. And anything I all prepare for that, and they say, baby, and come back for nipa 200, maybe nipa 15, baby. What it means is that they may go for a smaller venue that cannot contain a lot of people. Or they will tell people not to come because the place is small, or the ticket sales will go down and all those things. They are preparing us for that. So if you are telling them, like I'm saying, those suggestions that you are giving now, they have heard it, or they can just consider if it is in line with their business plan, their business way of taking decisions. Why not? They may consider them.
Okay.
But until then, omunko for music nyina ankoye it said the niamakwe na omumu ska say niamakwe. You have to slow down on the things that we tell them to do. I think they have their own plans. Let's just see how good they can deliver on that day. Yeah.
But this year in Forum TGMA, I think it is I will high since comparing it to last year. It's more limited. Yes, more limited because this year they are medical artists of the year, and so people are going to come. Tickets, in better or better. It's more limited. But so on TGM, moving on to this event centers now. I think a issue where they are going to renovate National Theatre. People are saying, oh yeah, it's a good deal. People are also saying, if you close that, National Theatre is the only venue as we talk now, and for the stage play and other events, the other programs. So if you close National Theatre, a himfa and a yanko programs, and a himfa na yanko stage ye place na day. On this topic and on this issue, no, George Kwe, Eden Sambi Atuja, same on Kwame Dazi. Director, yanko tie nsama George Kwe Edituja na yankombra.
George, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Early on, you were saying that you don't think the National Theatre should be closed down.
Kwame, if we shut the National Theatre down, where do we go now? Especially for those of us who practice theatre. Because
and George, how do they carry on with their renovation then?
But it has to wait. Kwame,
wait till when, George?
Appreciating the full scale of the problem we have on our hands. You are shutting down a whole sector, so to speak. Because somebody like Latif, when you speak to Latif prefers staging his place at the Accra International Conference.
Yeah.
Center. You understand? That is where, and let's be frank, it has more seating room. The staging area may be a bit inconvenient for theatre, but for seating and comfort and air conditioning and everything, it trumps the National Theatre a bit. And if that has been shut down, where is someone like Latif going to stage his place? Where if we shut the National Theatre down as well for renovations, which is very, very important as well, where are we going to stage our place, really? Because you don't have let's be frank, the art center is not really convenient for the kind of commercial theatre we're doing now. You cannot do a theatre show conveniently at the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Neither can you do a theatre show conveniently at the UPSA auditorium. The challenges and the cost implications will be mind-blowing. We cannot bear them. We are barely even breaking even at our theatre shows. So I would beg, plead, implore the tourism minister that if they can hold on with the renovation, we're shutting down the National Theatre now for renovations. They should. I agree it is important, it must be done, but at this point where we are, with Grand Arena gone, Conference Center, main auditorium shut down, State House Banquet Hall not in action, and the drama studio at the School of Performing Arts, University of Ghana, Legon, has been abandoned in between the university authorities itself and the GET fund. I do not know who to hold responsible for that abandonment, but it's definitely one of them. You understand? So I honestly do not know what's going to happen if the National Theatre should also be shut down now for renovations, unless we are saying as a country that, okay, let's shut down this entire industry and give it some time until we are back on our
George,
feet.
are you suggesting that maybe we should be done with the conference center and the other venues before exactly we move to the National Theatre?
Well, it is probably the best time to also consider finishing the drama studio at the University of Ghana. It's been abandoned for over 24 years. Why? It is about time, because Kwame, if that auditorium were available, if that auditorium were active, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation about renovating the theatre. We would have been asking, why has the renovation works at the theatre not started yet? But there is no alternative, really. So we are hoping that, yes, they should finish the Accra International Conference Center. I pray it's done quickly enough. But while at it, a place that can quickly be finished to, help us run our theatre shows, it's the drama studio at the School of Performing Arts.
George, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Early on, you were saying that you don't think the National Theatre should be closed down.
That was George Quay on the shutdown of the National Theatre. So I would want to ask our Chamo if on it George Quay again say no, they shouldn't close or shut down the National Theatre now.
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, almost shut the National Theatre. He be him now, but me a event.
Okay.
I mean, that's his point. Main point is that almost in the Accra International Conference Center, na ye di kan shut and say almost try to revive, renovation and all those things. Other than no, then you direct people to go there and then come and work on the National Theatre. But more at the same time. Come on, it's not good. And again, senka hane mame edu baby ana government eba business man na AI bibi ho no. On say they didn't think even twice closing it down and doing it. Do you know why? Because the workers there, the people managing the place will still get paid even if the thing is closed down.
Okay.
That's the thing. But you see, and a private individual and conference center any day and National Theatre any day, obviously will be back and so no about the other side. No. But we are a government institution. You're closing it down or more a bit your mocha.
Okay.
And then they will just close it down. So I agree with George Quay. We don't have to do that. I think they should finish National Accra International Conference Center. Then open it for people to use that place before they will come and do the National Theatre. They shouldn't do it both at the same time. I know, sir, it is being managed by two separate group. I mean, the management of National Theatre, obviously they are different from management of Accra International Conference Center, but they are all under our tourism ministry, and it is a property of government of Ghana. And I think they shouldn't do that. It's almost, and I say almost shut down all the huge or the bigger event. Here a bigger space to stage. They will suffer at some point in time. Even the TGMA that we are talking about now. No more no National Theatre. Just the space is now small for them to hold it there. And for me, I agree with George Quay 100%. I think they should finish a conference center, make it available for people to use before they will come back to National Theatre and also do whatever they need to do for the place to be fit for whatever purpose that they want it to be fit for.
Okay, but don't you think it's maybe National Theatre for me who say, conference center. Time now, say, yes, we are in as much as our budget. I think our budget is on by renovation. Omo person omo ye ne sisia na say epam one omo ye ne sisia na epam one e be che answer or by renovations no
nsi enche bibia government money government people na run place no.
Okay,
nsi enche bibia. I think they have to consider omo mu use place no, like George Quay said, omo theater plays and other stuff into who closing our money, and at this point that's the number one place that enya what they are looking for to stage the place that they do or the event that they want to run. And you know, closing it down at this time any alternative piano it's not good. And I agree with George Quay. They have to finish one before they come to the other one. Yeah.
But since renovation, I'm sure there's no program or event or stage play so maybe in the next 2 months almost renovations, whatever renovations on person your can't they finish in the next 2 months? Other people would take around play because not 2 months there's no program event. So say renovation period na
enka a year only 2 months bia enka obi no anka obekasa enka in fact they don't even need to announce it.
Okay.
Enka eno so obi person book here enya available ye nimra ho so nanka 2 months na 3 months crash so anenka o mawi. What you are talking about is not a 2 month thing or it's not a 3 month thing. Or muka to mo conference center me ti enye I'm not sure how long it has taken, but even the conference center no emko me ti e kra be 2-3 years ni. And I didn't see why a renovation 2-3 years in. And I think even one here, National Theatre will take more than that. And you know, 1 month, 2 months, assembly can. You are talking about years. And Chakra, I think it will take them about a year to do whatever that they want to do, based on what they want to do. And you know, today, tomorrow work, sir.
Okay, but I think in George Quay's submission, okay, say the ACs are working, everything. Maybe minor things being so do you think say minor things do we have to renovate the National Theatre?
Yeah, of course. People are complaining that one space in this.
Okay.
And then 2, there are other things I want and I can also speak to it. Yeah, event and now I'm part of the people coordinating the artists coming in and going out. They have some holding spaces. Artists are before to be performing. You can go there, dress, sit down, relax, and all those things. Time I program, most of them were empty. She knew how a basa near that day. Baby okra in suit to me boba inside the bones in suit tata and all those things. And you know, renovation need a cost.
Okay.
Because a never be a sell her so more. And been to saw mobile person become be open space, you know. And I don't know more and so I check kakra since 1992 or something like that.
Okay.
And Chinese government ebe the check Ghana buying at the time and not Rollins and you know I check and never be on so I say they have to take care of them. And you know I know they but for now no we've been using it even at the time media make actually is about I think 3-4 years ago and an event in happen here and me opportunity to enter that space who they course near that there me who say it wasn't good enough. Okay. And you know if at this point they say that they want to renovate it, yes they can do it, but the point is for now no it is fit for purpose B. And that purpose na George Quay can want them say ACs are working, they are okay with it, they are staging their plays, people are coming there. Doing it better, giving more to it, it's not bad. But let's do it at appropriate time so that any inconvenience those who are using it for whatever that they are doing now a fit for purpose. No? Yeah, they have to enjoy that until the point of being say, okay, for you to get the same thing, go to the other side. Like you are saying, they can go to the conference center to handle those things. Then they can work on this one as well.
Okay, so with what is happening right now, should it put pressure on the tourism minister to work on other shut down event centers?
Yeah, of course. I mean, for now, no, suppose you say you need proper event center to hold huge events and all those things.
Okay.
President Mahama promises say omo convention center I be taking huge numbers. Shatawale kura bit me abosho according to his statement. But in one of those things are here and we are hoping it will happen. So the same thing to all other things are and I see here. The exposure or the expose in this case is the fact that we don't have any better centers.
Okay.
The whole big event. They are can small or you now will create it for yourself. Like you say RNQ a year or Independence Square. But if you don't have money like him, how do you go about it?
Okay.
That's the issue here. So I think the government should step in and do more, at least for now, or encourage people to come and then take care of those things. Yes.
But looking at a national theatre in BBS, is it possible to expand it?
Well, I'm not an architect. I'm not into landscape design and all those things, so I can't say much. Whatever that they have to do there, or if they can expand it or not.
But is it possible, looking at where it is?
Yeah, of course, I think it's possible. The possibility for me, in the layman point of view, and I said they will clear some space and do it.
In another person will expand it, it will affect someone else.
Someone else. I buy assassin or I buy property now. I buy property. What do you have to say? They will just take you to the other side. And then sign on me space for cathedral. The cathedral now. I buy assassin. I need party team.
Sure.
Judges,
Yeah,
and 2 or more mubuni and 2 tokro enya. In the end they forget it. There are space there. A government property, a government lands, and so if they want to do it, that will not be an issue.